This dog was just wandering around the streets, looking for a place to rest forever. Little did she know, fate had something extraordinary in store for her. It all began when the homeowners discovered her in a state of despair, collapsed in the garbage behind their backyard. The lady of the house built a small wooden shelter to protect her from the sun and reached out for help. When we arrived, the dog was extremely weak, lying there on the brink of death, her body cold and covered with ants and fleas. As I picked her up, I could feel the coldness of her body and prayed she wouldn't succumb to hypothermia. The hour-long trip to the vet felt like an eternity, my heart pounding with worry as I watched every breath she took, knowing each moment was crucial to her survival. We named her Santa, and she truly is a saint. Santa, approximately 3 years old and a rare hunting dog, had clearly been abandoned for a reason. Her left front leg was completely rotten. She was in a terrible state of malnutrition and infested with countless fleas. Blood tests revealed multiple parasites, and she immediately started on antibiotics and painkillers. Her leg was beyond saving, consumed by worms and infection. The situation worsened when pus started oozing from her leg, indicating a serious infection. An ultrasound confirmed the need for a blood transfusion due to critically low blood levels. The following day, Santa underwent 2 surgeries, the removal of her ovary and uterus, followed by the amputation of her leg. Miraculously, the surgeries went better than expected, bringing an end to the pain Santa had endured for so long. From that day forward, Santa began her journey to recovery. She spent 3 days in the hospital before being discharged to a temporary home. Santa, a resilient girl with a strong appetite, regained her energy and comfort. Although she initially struggled with walking, she soon adjusted. Follow-up visits to the vet confirmed her successful recovery, and all her stitches were removed. Santa began rehabilitation to strengthen her ability to walk. Today, Santa is a joyful, energetic dog who loves to play with her friends. She has found her forever home with us, living a life full of endless happy days. Santa's story is a testament to the power of love and the incredible resilience of animals. What do you think about this touching story? Are you enjoying the video? If so, I kindly ask you to subscribe to Doggo Dreamscape and leave a like. Your support means the world to me and greatly helps the channel grow. Thank you. In the quiet town of Lansing, Michigan, where snow blankets the streets during winter, a small dog named Peanut found herself in an extraordinary situation. Peanut was no ordinary dog. She had endured a painful past, having been rescued from an abusive home. But her resilience and unwavering spirit would soon prove that she was destined for something greater. One chilly evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Peanut's owner, Mrs. Johnson, bundled up and stepped outside to retrieve the mail. The snow crunched under her boots, and her breath formed frosty clouds in the frigid air. Unbeknownst to her, her 3-year-old granddaughter, Lily, had followed her out, chasing after the falling snowflakes. Lily's tiny footsteps led her farther from the house, and soon she was lost in the snowy landscape. Panic set in as Mrs. Johnson realized her granddaughter was missing. She called out, her voice trembling, but the wind carried her desperate cries away. Inside the cozy living room, Peanut sensed the urgency. Her ears perked up, and she darted to the window, her paws scratching against the glass. She barked, a frantic, urgent sound that echoed through the quiet neighborhood. Mrs. Johnson rushed back inside, her heart pounding, and followed Peanut's gaze. There, in the distance, she saw a small figure stumbling through the snow. It was Lily, her cheeks flushed and her mittens soaked. The cold had taken its toll, and she was on the brink of collapse. Mrs. Johnson scooped her granddaughter into her arms, tears streaming down her face. Lily's lips were blue, and her little body shivered uncontrollably. Peanut danced around them, her tail wagging furiously. She had saved Lily's life. If not for her persistent barking, Mrs. Johnson might never have noticed the child's absence until it was too late. News of Peanut's heroism spread throughout the town. The local newspaper ran a heartwarming story with the headline, "Peanut, the little dog with a big bark." People marveled at the bond between the abused rescue dog and the lost child. Peanut became a local celebrity, receiving treats and belly rubs from neighbors who admired her courage.